Terminal 7. There was once an airport in Philadelphia that was home to the state's many people. It went good business until they decided to knock it down, or in the process to. Then, they built a new one next to it. Well, not exactly next to it, but a bit further away. And that got a lot of popularity. And no one complained, except two boys, Billy and Jimmy. They really liked the old airport, and they were sad to see it go. So one night, the two boys met up and they agreed to go to the old airport. They managed to sneak through the demolition site, because no one was there, until they made it inside the airport. It was very dark. The boys were happy they had a lamp. So they decided to go by the old security section, down to the terminals, and near the duty-free shop. The duty-free shop still had some things in it, but not very much. Then, the boys had agreed they should split up. So, Billy would take the right section of the airport, and Jimmy the left. However, Billy had encountered something he had never seen before in the airport. Terminal 7. He had never seen Terminal 7 in the airport before, so this made him curious. He decided to enter Terminal 7, and what awaited him wasn't good. He continued to go down the corridor for some time. Then, all of a sudden, he had heard a strange sound coming from behind him. It sounded like glass falling, but he didn't know where it was from. He just carried on and thought it was just the wind pulling some old windows down. Then he found another shop. And then, he decided to go inside. But when he got inside, it wasn't pleasant. As he went out the other side of the shop, he was absolutely traumatized. There was a fountain in the middle of it that had no water, and it was replaced with blood. Many bodies were there, badly decomposed, possibly had been there for weeks. Then, out of nowhere, Billy heard the shutters of the shop closing behind him, and then he tried to get out, but it was too late. What happened next wasn't pleasant. He then heard an evil voice call out from his left. "You dare to enter this old airport?" the voice said. Billy didn't answer. "Now you will pay the price for entering an old abandoned area," the voice said. Billy tried to escape. He found a nearby window, but he felt something grab his leg and pull him to the floor. Then he saw something that looked like an axe, and then all of a sudden he was completely white afterwards. Then Jimmy arrived to see as he cracked through the broken shutters, and he saw his friend lying on the floor with a pool of blood all around him. The figure looked at Jimmy and dropped the axe, and then somehow, out of nowhere, he pulled out a chainsaw. He charged directly at Jimmy. Jimmy ran as fast as he could, but to no avail. He was pushed down to the floor, and then, before the chainsaw could reach his body, he grabbed a piece of glass and hit it at the man's eye. Then Jimmy went as fast as he could. Then, once the police had arrived, they arrested Jimmy on the spot for saying that he was caught entering private property. But despite the many times Jimmy said that there was another figure there, he would never forget the fact that his best friend was murdered in an airport.